What's going on, everybody? We are back on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Shout out Lucky Jack for taking over the board. Absolutely electric. Needed someone to take over the board after all the bullshit we went through, of course. But I'm excited about it. We got a lot to talk about. Shout out Lucky Jack. Shout out Lucky Jack. Shout out Lucky Jack. Shout out Lucky Jack. We're going to be playing their Lucky Jack Card Royale, Battle Royale, blackjack game today. We got a lot to talk about. The Kospi selling off. We did not chart yesterday, which we should have. Just a lot in general that we got to get down into. And then at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Why am I so tired? At 10 a.m., we got T-Mod coming on. I want to talk the NFT side of things. I do want to talk the NFT side of things because there has been some recent mints that have me curious, me interested. Obviously, FWA doing what it's doing, bringing some life back to the trenches. I want to talk about that. There's a couple other things going on that have me a little bit interested. Kospi, obviously, with a big sell-off. I want to just take a look here. What else do we have? We have FOMC tomorrow. Which that's kind of where all eyes are. Obviously, overnight, South Korea stock market, one of its worst days in years. Hit a circuit breaker, minus 11%. Chip making stocks selling off terribly. Bitcoin down 2%. Nasdaq down 0.7%, which is weird because the S&P is green pre-market, which that's kind of weird to me. I was surprised to see the Kospi sell off as hard as it did, Nasdaq sell off as hard as it has, and the S&P basically be flat. The oil situation continues to be somewhat of a choppy scenario. And then, of course, the Crypto Clarity Act now looks like it's been shelved because of a Russia sanctions bill and Fed nominations 2 weeks before the August recess. Bro, how much time do these government officials get off? Like, they were in a lockdown or not a lockdown, a lockout. I forget what the word is. They were basically not working. Basically not working. What is it called? What? Oh, government shutdown. There was a government shutdown. That was the thing. The government shutdown, right? Yeah, so I mean, I have a lot of thoughts on a lot of things today. But I'm also a little bit sleepy. So real quick, let's get into oh my god, I got something in my eye. Okay, let's get into something here. So, real quick roll call. Got to give a special shout out to everybody that is here. Josh Hodlin, Brad B, 4RC, Ian Cummings, my goat. Tuggy OX, David Fowler, Chianti, Brandon Vaughn, Arcane Musito, Allison Newell, Blate, Slayer, Looper, Edison's, Sean R. Smith, Janena, Rocky, Wolfie, English NFT, The Phalangist. What is good? They get Fridays off if a holiday falls on a Saturday. It's crazy work. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, how many days a year do how many days out of the year does Senate, Congress get off? Dog. Senate's in session for 165 days of the year, meaning it's out of session for 182 to 183. Bro, they work less than half the year. They work 45% of the year. What in the fuck are we talking about? These are our government officials. That's so crazy to me. Why? 1 second. There's no way that that can be right. There's no way that that can be right. They get off that much time. It was originally so that they could be in their districts to be with the people who elected them. Now they just use that time to make money. The other half is spent on campaigning. Dog, when have you ever seen congressional campaigning, Senate campaigning? I don't see that shit. I'm 32 years old. In 32 years, I've never seen that shit. I mean, it makes sense because it feels like they're never fucking working. So they're supposed to be campaigning? What? How come I never see them campaigning? How much is Nancy Pelosi worth? Bro. Nancy Pelosi is worth $278 million. So she served 39 years making $220,000 a year. 39 times 220. So she's made 8.58 million. Nancy Pelosi has made 8.58 million from salaries, but she is worth $278 million. Kim Chi is worth 40 mil. We all know the answer to that. Dog, this is the craziest thing I think I've ever seen in my life. Nancy Pelosi has made $8.8 million. Chianti, one of these days I'm gonna have you on. I think getting you on would be euphoric. I know that you're an elected official. Dog, I should run to be an elected official. Could you imagine me sitting in a government office? Could you imagine this face sitting in a government office? Dog, we'd get some shit done. We would get some shit done. Dude, so what's even funnier is I'm pulling up to our government office in like 2 weeks to argue about some shit. I'm pulling up in like 2 weeks to a local government office because they want to knock down a farm that's, I want to say, state owned for like 150 acres right near my crib and convert it into a multi-home neighborhood. Dog, so I want to see this. So because congressional campaigning isn't designed for a national audience. House members face re-election every 2 years. Former Cuba president. Absolute power would corrupt easy. Absolute. Dog, could you imagine me? Easy, who are you talking to today? Dude, I got Chuck Schumer on the line. Me and Chucky boy are talking. Yeah, today we're talking to Big Nance. Me and Big Nance are chatting it up. Bruh. I think I'm so tired because I had a men's league game last night, by the way. Had a calm 20 points. I think I had 21. 4 threes, 4 for 6 from 3. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. We were playing man to man. The guy I was guarding was relatively small, so he would take top of the 3-point threes, top of the key threes. I would close out and just outlet. I would close out and just keep going. So when they missed, my big man would just two-hand overhead pass, fast break layup. We had 4 straight possessions of me getting fast break layups uncontested. It was sick. We won by 40. We're 2-1 in this league. The first game we lost because our roster is 7 people. And I got to say, our team is 3 of our 7 guys are white. And we're like the only 3 white guys in the entire league. Thoughts on LeBron to Philly? I like this Philly team. So, dog, we're just going to yap about a bunch of random shit. The LeBron to Philly situation is absolutely hilarious because what is Philadelphia 76ers roster right now? Rumor has it easy to do trading stat. He's just waiting for Paul Pelosi to say, trust me. Bro, so I like this roster. I like this roster a lot. Bro, for those that didn't know, I played in college for a year. I played at a Division II school in the Northeast for a year. That was 14 years ago. So, like, I'm fat and out of shape now. But we get back to it. Bro, I actually like this team a lot. I like this team a lot. Like, I mean, what's crazy to me is Jaylen Brown wanted to go to a team and be the main guy. That's just not going to happen. Jaylen Brown is not going to be the main guy. I'm sorry. I feel for him. But he's just not going to be that. He's not him. And I'm a Celtics fan. I'm a Celtics fan. I don't want to dox the school. I'm sorry. Crypto Trapper. I'm sorry. I don't want to dox the school. 10-9-8-7-6ers. He old. I am old. Jaylen Brown's not going to be the guy. Need refund for betting on you versus TG. I know. I got smoked by TG. My goat. And then we played again at Rug House and Sunny won. That was a much better showing for me because I was down like 20 pounds. And then the last two Battle for Basils that we've had, I won the most recent one with the pickup squad. We ended up cooking. You can find that video. That video is all public if you go to Sunny's stuff. I was absolutely hooping. Absolutely hooping. Apparently, Bron said Jalen going to Philly made him want to sign. Bron's trying to get a cameo on the show, Abbott Elementary. That's funny as fuck. Jaylen Brown. I like Tyrese Martin a lot. Joel Embiid, if he can play more than 40 games, I'm interested in that. Tyrese Maxey is a bucket, first and foremost. And this is my guy, bro. VJ Edgecombe is my guy. I think people are sleeping on him. I think he's going to be such a beast. Such a beast. I think VJ Edgecombe is going to be such a problem in the league. You got to understand, he's been playing pro ball for like 3 years. He's been playing in the Olympics. He's been playing in a lot of these international tournaments. I'm a huge VJ Edgecombe guy. Like, huge VJ Edgecombe guy. I love his game. I loved him at Baylor. I think he's an absolute beast. I think it was Baylor, right? Yeah, he was Baylor. Bro, his Baylor stats are insane. 6'5" freshman. Played 1 year. Career stats. 33 games. Averaged 32 minutes a game. 32 minutes a game. 15 points a game. In college, 15 points a game is a fucking bucket. He's a fucking bucket. I know VJ's usage is going to go down this year because their team is so top heavy. You have a lot of guys who want the ball. 4 starters that could all touch 30 a night, 100%. Between Joel, bro, I think all 5 starters could have a 30 burger any given night. Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Jaylen Brown, Wolfie. Dude, I'm getting smoked too. I'm so surprised at how nasty the market's turned. Like, getting absolutely smoked. Once August hits, I'm going to start it back up with a much smaller account and just see what we can do. Brown was top 5 last year in usage. Yeah, I mean that's a different scenario. Brown being top 5 in usage also largely comes on the back of Jason Tatum being out, which played a big part of it. Tatum being out was a big part of it. Big part of it. So, all right, now that we're talking sports, why not just get into some fucking gamba? Let's get into Lucky Jack. One sec. Can you guys hear me? All right, first to 5 wins. So it is a blackjack style game. How do men retain all the movie quotes and stats from multiple sports? Because we don't remember anything else and we don't listen to anything else. We have a plethora of knowledge on stats and movie quotes because we don't pay attention to anything else. That's why. We don't listen to anything else. All right, so they got 17, I got 9. Let's get a free card. Ace. Oh, yeah, we're going to keep that. +1. Stand. 21, baby. 21. Oh, he's going to get 21 also. Push. All right. 15 versus 15. I'm going to go -5 here. Yeah, so we're going to play the exact same thing. -5 free card. Oh, he got a 14. That's smoked. That's smoked. 18. Okay, stand. -5, free card, ace, keep. That's a win. That's a win. Bink. So what it is it's a Bellagio meets. Oh, we're gonna swap. I want the 9 for the 5. Bellagio meets blackjack. Oh, he's got to swap too. He's gonna swap 10. Swap for a 9. Give me the 2. Would be smart. Oh, he's smoked now. He can't swap. Smoked. Can't swap. Oh, yes, good. Oh, peace, kid. 17 to a 10. I'm gonna stand. I'm way better at this game than Nick. If you watched Nick's stream yesterday, Nick got absolutely rocked. We're absolutely cooking right now. Let's actually swap the 9 for the 4 and then stand. See what they do. 15. Stall, swap. I mean, the smart move here would be to swap. Give me 16. Bang. Do you think Kevin Warch actually hikes tomorrow? No, I don't. I don't think Kevin Warch hikes tomorrow. Fuck. We'll keep it. Hit. 19. I'll take it. I don't think Kevin Warch hikes tomorrow. I don't. I'm more interested in kind of like where it goes from here. Oh, 20? I'm gonna go -5 and then hit. Yeah, I gotta take an L. Bronny Jr., do you think... the Kevin Warch scenario is really tough for me. Oh, I got a stall card? I think it's Brown's team now. Maxey doesn't make enough for it to be his team. Brown makes way too much money not for him to have the ball in his hands. It's really tough to say. It's like really tough to say. Give me a hit. Oh, he stalled. Forced freeze. Opponent freezes for the rounds. Give me a hit. +2. Give me a hit. Oh, 20. Stand. Bank. Calm little win. So for those who want to play, there is money games. And the thing that I'm even more interested with this, we're going to play a couple more hands, is if we look at Lucky Jack, the token. What's so surprising to me is how low this is sitting. 218K. Because Jonah built this game on Robinhood for multiple different games that are going to be coming out. And there's going to be a lot of different components that feed back into the Lucky Jack ecosystem. So it's been very interesting. I want to play for $10. We're playing for $10 right now. Oh, first hand. 21. Oh, 21. Damn it. We could do something crazy here. I'm going to do something kind of crazy. Oh, all right. We'll stand. What do you think about meme land and token? I'm very unsure about meme land and their token. I like the meme land ecosystem. Ooh. This is tough because I could swap. Oh, we'll take a free card. Oh, yeah. Keep that. Stand. We should win. No, you don't. Not anymore, Blade. I fixed it. Oh, my. How do you pull a 9 and an ace? 18, 19, 20. I could go +1/+1. Stand. Yeah. It looks like we're absent. How in the fuck did they just get an ace? Oh, we're just gonna swap and get a 21. Of course they swapped. How can I not swap? What? Yeah, you have to hit. That's annoying. You cannot swap when they've already stood. Fuck you. -5. They'll go free card and a hit, probably. 20. It's kind of dumb that I can't stall when your opponent already stood. Oh, bang. Let's go. We needed that. Let's swap for this, for the 2, +1 stand. They'll do +2. Oh, that was dumb. They should have used the +2 and then hit. They need a banger card here. Oh, of course. We're getting smoked on this. This is crazy. 20. They're gonna do some dumb shit, dude. Yeah, I knew it. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Yeah. I'm down 3-1. This is a money round, too. Why do they keep going first? Let's take the 5 for the 2 to get to 11. Get a free card. Keep that. And then stand. Bang! Bang! We gotta make a comeback here. We gotta make a comeback. This is a $10. This is a $10 round. Bro, this game is like actually really enjoyable. Like I could see myself just ripping this, which is tough. It's been a minute since I played a game. I mean, especially because there's bread on the table. Oh. Yeah, that was tough. That was tough. So we have 13. I gotta hit. We gotta hit. 20. We gotta hit. Yeah. I had to hit because they had 21. Oh, done. Done. Do they have a swap? Nope, they don't have a stop. Swap. Peace, kid. Gotta hit before you use the +2 there. I know. Can always +2 after. +1, stand. Bink. Oh, they're gonna use the -5. Get down to 7. Oh, what? +1. Dude, this is crazy. Especially because we have money on the table. Especially because we have money on the table. I'm just gonna stand. Hard stand. Yeah, then they should just stand. Listen, dude, we gotta make a comeback. We gotta make a comeback. 3, 10, 13. What a chips. Oh, he stalled. That was dumb. Should not have stalled. Swap. Stand. They should not have stalled. Oh, what? What? Oh, let's go. Stand. 21 to their 20. They need 1. What the fuck is that? Forced hit? I stood. Oh, let's go. They used a forced hit and got frozen. I know, the house always wins. This is some horse shit. Let's just stand. Forced freeze, that's fine. I'm already standing. There's been some wild swings in this match. I don't know, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my god, another 20. What can you do here? Stall -5, forced hit. That's dude. How do you get a forced hit? How do you get a forced hit? We're running this back. That was horse shit. That was horse shit. Rematch. Fuck you. Fuck you. New game. I can't believe I just lost 10 beats. That was nuts. Just hit. Play some more. Dude, it's a fun game, Jonah. The thing is, this is a fun game. This is a genuinely fun. I'm like enjoying this. There's strategy involved in blackjack. Like this is a tough situation. Okay. They have +2, which would get us tonight. Oh my god, they gotta get forced hit. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Let's go. Alright. Obviously we gotta hit. We got a stall and a swap, so they stalled, hit. Oh, bink. Bink. Swap? Why can they swap when I stood? Cannot play when the... Why can I not play it if they can? Why can I not play it if they can play it? 15 to 19. Like, I should be able to swap if they can. We have another game that's PvP roulette. You'll see you haven't played a roulette game like it. I'm excited about that. See, why can't I... That's so annoying. I'll take it. 21-21 push. 21-21 push. 15 to a 20. I can get up to 18. I can swap. So let's swap. +1 stand. And they don't have any swaps. They just have 2 +5s. Bink. We're trying to win this cash back, dog. 17. 17 to their 20. Push. 6. That's chips. Hit. Free card. They kept it. Free. Kept it. Damn. froze. You were frozen for the round. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, 20. Lose. 2-2. 17, 18, 19. They're at 11. 19. Bink, 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 bink. Damn, we just got market open too, but I'm locked. 12, hit. 14. Damn it. Stall. Froze. Damn. So now the thing is, they could theoretically. Oh, and they beat us. Damn it, dude. Oh, 11. Okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Market's getting slaughtered. I mean, S&P's up. Oh, now it's down. Now it's down. Obviously we gotta hit. Free card, I'll take it. S&P is down. I've not even like looked at quant data and I need to. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's go into ZDT. Net dex is 15 bill to the red. Oh, that's yesterday. 11 bill red. MVCs are relatively flat. Not surprising. Oh, we're gonna hit. Yeah, that's it. Put is about to go sub 90 RIPR calls. I know. +1. Tony kept it. Go. How do they freeze me on that, dog? Forced freeze back to back. 22. Okay, we'll take it. This is close. T-Trades, this is Lucky Jack. It's a blackjack on chain game. Swap for that. Swap. Stands. I mean, they'll probably just swap again. Let's go. 4-4. It all comes down to this. Moment of truth. So I can get a free card. Freeze them. Free card 9. Discard. I got a hit. Stand. Wow. Talk about a comeback, bro. We're 1-1 right now. We are 1-1 right now. We're gonna double the stakes here. Go for a 20 burger. See if we can leave in the green. Ace 3. So it's 4 or 14. We'll hit 18. I'm gonna stand. Yeah, they gotta go that. Now they need a face card. If they don't get a 10. Jesus Christ. 21 like that. 21. Can I go -5 and I can go negative? Hit. 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 Damn. Hit. Yeah. Fuck. 7 to their 17. Bang. Let's go. All right, we needed one. 20, 21, stand. 13. 14. 24. Let's go. 2-2. 2-2. And we got to swap. 13. -5. Hit. Oh, let's go. That's big. Damn. Chat, real quick. Bear with me for 2 seconds. I gotta go take care of something. Bear with me. Oh, god damn it. Hit. I'm getting smoked, especially on this $20 round. Oh, let's go. We can get 21 here. Stand. Match point. 22. Bing. I need to finish this so I can hop up real quick. Oh, wait. Swap. Stand. Oh, they can also go 21. Damn it. 210 is so chips. The fact I can't swap there is crazy. Busted. There goes a 20 burger. All right, chat. I'll be right back. Give me half a second. My fault, chat. My fault, chat. My fault, chat. My fault, chat. Dog puked. So I had to go. Dog threw up. Had to go take care of that. Dude, I just cannot believe I lost a COM 20 burger. All right, market is opened. So let's get a little bit into some of the market talk. We'll play some Lucky Jack again. That game is actually very addicting. Great job to Jonah's team. That game is very addicting. Very, very addicting. Okay, so we are no gap, which is fascinating. Looking at quant data. Dex volume, I mean, you're kind of just in a chop. Like, this is a no trade zone. Heat map is 7410. Heat map is 7410. Which is where I'm sitting, waiting anxiously. There's been next year, there'll be a massive event. We go low before we go higher. Bids are a point away. Timo has been on house. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in this zone right now where I think not taking a trade is probably the best trade. Not taking a trade is probably the best trade. For now, until we get a little bit more clarity on it. A little bit more clarity on it, I think, is the smartest thing. I think kind of just waiting it out and seeing where it goes might be the move. We have a little bit of sell pressure here. I mean, Qs are down 1.5%. Qs are down astronomically. The AI trade is getting slaughtered right now. Yeah, all of our AI stuff is down so bad. What is Cypher at? Cypher's down to... Cypher? What was the other one? Was Iron? Yeah, both of these are down pretty bad. Both of these are down pretty bad. I don't love a lot of this price action, chat. Hood is at 90, which broke below the level in the sand. So our calls are absolutely demolished right now. Absolutely demolished right now. Looking at this, net dex is 12 bill. You still have this gamma exposure kind of higher. Let's ask Wayfinder what it thinks. I'm going to ask Wayfinder. We're going to get in and ask Wayfinder what it thinks. See how it's feeling on this. Let's add agent. Mute this. New chat. What is the trade here for a 0 DTE option? What levels should we watch to get calls or puts? And what are our targets and stop losses? We're going to see what it is. Let's see what it is. Because this is where I'm more interested. I kind of lean the short side because Bitcoin looks like it's breaking down. ETH is breaking down. Solana at 72. I said hype 54. I literally said hype 54. You had barely a back test right into this target zone. So that hyper liquid short was spot on. You have these lower lows continuing to form. Hype now looks like it probably wants down to 47 unless you can reclaim. Hype at 47 unless you get a reclaim of 59. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Give me a little bit of a reclaim. Because I want to see how that moves. That's what I'm more interested in. All right, let's see. Above 74.15, calls targeting 74. Below 73.95, puts targeting. Mark up the chart for the SP 500 USDC with these lines. Yeah, so avoid initiating inside the 73.98, 74.10. It's a chop and pivot area, which is fair. Like, it basically says wait for a little bit of a breakdown or a reclaim. A little bit of a breakdown or a reclaim. It's kind of where we're at. I am tempted, though, for a little bit of a out the monies. Yeah, so this is what we got here. Let's get into the 5-minute. Puts trigger under 73.95 for a target much lower. This is the whole setup. Pin at 74.60, put down to 73.60. And it's breaking down. So this is that breakdown that it had thought we'd get. Gamma exposure now showing a lot of weakness. So it looks like puts are the play. It does look like puts are the play. Let me get this. Dink, dink. I want to put here. I would like a put here. All right, we got filled. I'm filled on some 733s. A little bit of an aggressive play, but a couple 733s here is what I'm taking. I'm hoping for a quick trade on this. I don't want to sit in it too long. I'm hoping for a quick trade into the zone. We got T-Mod coming on in 17 minutes to talk NFTs, which I'm excited about. We'll see where the market goes. All right, there was actually a couple other things here. We're gonna let these puts play out for just a little bit and see how it moves. I want to get into something that I bookmarked. That I want to talk about. Where the fuck are my bookmarks? Bookmarks. Here we go. I saw this today. China's nuclear fusion research has completed a massive magnet weighing 582 tons. The goal is an unlimited energy artificial sun. They plan to start the first power generation by 2030. It's a safe CO2 zero ultimate energy. Bro, look at this. Artificial in the entire world. It sounds like a terrible, terrible decision. Like, terrible decision. Like, if we're building an artificial sun, that it feels very dystopian. Very, very dystopian. I will say. It feels extremely, extremely dystopian. But the whole energy race is kind of fascinating to me. Didn't Mr. Burns try that? What could possibly go wrong? We're creating a sun on Earth. Yeah, like, this could just implode China. Honest question. Any idea of the fallout if it should work, but then fail in a Chernobyl-esque event? I mean, at that point, are we talking a nuclear bomb scale explosion if it breaks containment or the facility burns and that's about it? I got a lot of questions, too. They shut down CERN so they can make a better Hadron Collider. I obviously have a lot of concerns about it, too. I look at it and I'm like, this feels pretty bad. Like, it makes me think about the nuclear situation that we've been trading, where all of our nuclear stocks also down. Basically, the whole market is down, dude. I still like Oklo. That's making some new lows. I want to see this. 27 would be an interesting area. Even here's kind of interesting. Oklo's interesting. Souls is interesting. You have a gap above at 74 to 80. The whole power race is like the biggest thing right now, because the more that we continue to look and get with some, the more that I sit here and think that data centers are going to continue to, by the way, we're up 27% on these puts, 23%, 25%. Absolutely sending. Shout out Wayfinder, giving us the targets. We broke under that 73.95 and bought puts. So I want to see if we can tap that 73.80, and I'd be quite happy. Quite happy. I would be quite happy. If this succeeds, they'll become the new world superpower. Agreed. I mean, dude, the whole argument right now is a race for power. And when not just like power, but it's a race for energy. Whoever can support data centers the best will largely be able to control AI. And controlling AI means endless opportunity. Endless opportunity. If you can control the means of power, you can control the opportunity for energy. And that is the biggest situation here. My favorite AI plays for you. What's your top AI stock to buy right now, David Fowler? I love Nibius still. The Neo Cloud argument is still so strong to me. Oh, what are they going to do with the radioactive tritium? I don't know. You're asking questions I don't fucking know. You're asking me all the questions that I don't actually know. Nibius is probably up there, and then Hut. Hut 8 and Nibius are the two AI stocks I really like. Nibius flipped Bloom Energy, which I'm excited about. Bloom's been straight down. Do you still like Iron? I do still like Iron as far as a mining play, which is a data center aggregation type of approach. That one is interesting to me. But the main ones that I really like are Nibius, NBIS, and Hut 8. Palantir giving back all of its... Everything's giving back all of its gains. I'm shocked Celestia is up. They just had Q2 earnings and they beat. So, basically the only thing. Get ready to learn Chinese, buddy. Yeah, I mean, I use a Chinese model. Wow, look at that bounce. Look at that bounce on the S&P. Basically just above our line. $2 above the line. That's crazy. Really strong bounce. I'm still going to hold these puts a little longer because I'm not sold. I think we could probably reject. But let's also take a look at a couple other things here, because there's a few other stories that I want to get into today. Obviously, the biggest thing right now is the Fed decision. The Fed decision is all eyes are on the Fed. We have FOMC tomorrow. It's pricing in a 66% chance of no hike, 33.7% chance of a hike. Next month, 57 and 21. So you're looking at right now a 69% chance of at least one hike, if not two hikes. October, you're looking at basically the market's Fed Watch is looking at 2 rate hikes this year. I do not think the market is accurately pricing in the reality of 2 rate hikes. I don't think the market's even accurately pricing in the reality of 1 rate hike, which is a big concern, because if we get a hike, it's like the biggest thing that I think people are looking at right now is who, where, when, what, why. The conversation is for basically what the conversation is going to be of how the market is driven, but also what it's pricing in is risk on assets getting beat up. Like, that's the reality. Risk on assets are getting beat up. Because I do think, wow, talk about a fucking run, dude. Holy shit. Talk about a run on the S&P. That thing just retested real hard. Oh, now we're getting the rejection again, though, which is, dude, it's a very interesting market right now. Very interesting market. I don't fully know what I want to like. I'm still in these puts, and I still think puts are the right call here. But I think a lot of the eyes are coming down to what's going to happen tomorrow. Not even so much what the rate decision is, because I think a rate stall, not a rate hike, is what's going to happen. I think that is what's going to happen. But what I think the reality is the market's actually starting to accept the potential for a rate hike. And if rates get hiked, risk on assets are going to take a pretty nasty spill. Where even now, if we look, Qs look so topped, in my opinion. And I'm looking for like 650. Like, this would be the area where I'd probably start DCAing Nasdaq and tech stocks here down to here, because you obviously have this double top here too. So I'm kind of looking for like these areas. You have this very big gap fill that I'm mostly curious about if it gets down here. So Nasdaq as a whole does look very toppish. And even from these price ranges, that's a 12% drop on NQ. 12% drop on NQ, which is a very big drop. So, I mean, no. So the thing is, you can still be bullish Q2, but I think August and September could be ugly. Like, I think you get an ugly August and September. Then you have Kevin Warsh speculating on adjusting how they analyze inflation. And if they change how they analyze inflation, then we probably end up bouncing, where I lean that like dips are still for buying at the right point. S&P is obviously a much bigger concern here, because you'd probably be looking, that's a 5% drop there. And then you have gap fill 10% down. So entries are probably around here, here, and here. So anywhere from 5 to 10% lower on the S&P. Bro, stop fighting my bags. Clemente, use a bitch. Thank you for supporting me on my content journey, though. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of where my head goes, is if we get these rate hikes, then I sit and I have some just general concerns, I guess, is probably the best way to say this. Is I still think that we are in a situation where, how about midterms? Historically, market always goes down during midterms. No, I mean, midterms, the toughest part about midterms, and if you want to look at it, we can look at the midterms election. I'll always support you on your content journey. Thank you, C-Dog. Congrats on 60K, big dog. If you don't follow Clemente TV on Instagram, you're doing yourself a disservice, by the way. This is my GOAT. This is my GOAT. This is my GOAT. Just absolutely hammering BlackRock. Letting BlackRock know that he's their bitch. That's what the big dog doing. Yeah, okay, so our puts are flat. I support whatever sends cash cat about the misappropriation of money in the government's insanity. If the gov actually use our tax dollars to do good, we could be in such a better place as a human race. Yeah, probably. The reality is that's what's not going to happen. I mean, bro, I don't know how you can be long right now. I get MVC is pointing to 74.80, but truthfully, can you imagine the Truth Social post if there's a rate hike will be an all-time meltdown? Yeah, I mean, he nominated Warsh to potentially get cuts, and it really does not look like we're going to be getting those cuts. All things considered, it does not look like we're going to be getting those cuts. Fed decision tomorrow is the biggest thing. This Fed decision tomorrow is the biggest thing. Also, I saw this. Apple's currently getting sued. I want to read this. Apple faces a lawsuit over alleged $1.8 million Bitcoin app. 3 users allege a fake Sparrow wallet app on Apple's App Store drained their Bitcoin holdings, with losses totaling more than 1.8 mil. How come I have not seen this anywhere? Apple's facing a lawsuit from just 3 customers who say that they lost a combined 1.8 mil. That's an average of $600,000 per user. Why on earth are you putting $600,000 into a mobile app? The fuck are you doing? Why are you so dumb? That is so stupid. The plaintiffs, James Ramirez, Christopher Ellis, and Jalen Delgado, said they entered their seed phrases into a fraudulent app, allowing scammers to transfer their Bitcoin. They reported losses of $875K, $840K, and $120,000. Sparrow wallets available on Windows, Mac, and Linux. Craig Raw has previously criticized Apple over fake versions of the app appearing in the App Store. The wallet has no official iOS app. Apple told Mac Rumors it has removed apps impersonating Sparrow Wallet and terminated developer accounts linked to those wallets. Developers and users can report apps if it's just a lack of oversight, right? That's a serious lack of oversight. And now, thinking about that, these people that are crypto scammers better stay the hell out of Myanmar. You better stay the hell out of Myanmar, chat. Because if you're scamming, you're dead. You did. Myanmar approves death penalty for forced scam labor, life for crypto fraud. Scam operations across the region drove up to 114 billion in losses in 2025, according to the United Nations. Myanmar's military-backed parliament passed the anti-online scam bill on Tuesday, the first law under Min Aung Hlaing's new government. Scam losses across the wider region reached 88.3 billion to 104. Myanmar did 114 billion dollars in scam transactions. That is so absolutely ludicrous. Myanmar's in an active civil war. That's also fucking crazy. That's also fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I've never been to Myanmar and I probably won't go, but this is nuts. The fact that the draft set a maximum of life imprisonment for anyone who runs an online scam center or commits digital currency scams alongside terms of 10 years to life for coercion. The death penalty served into the approved version. The important parts of the bill remain the same. I mean, this is pretty wild. The bill is the first law passed by the government. Crypto scam compounds in Asia. The U.S. Treasury sanctioned the Karen National Army, formerly the Karen Border Guard, as transnational criminal organizations in May of 2025, saying the malicious territory on the Thai border is home to multiple cyber scam syndicates and that it benefited from its connection to Burma's military. Scam operators across East Asia and Southeast Asia and Oceania drove 88.3 to 114 billion. What the fuck? I also have to pay that, and they have insurance to cover that. It's their responsibility to ensure fraudulent apps on their app store. Yeah. Someone find the mass crypto scammer pic that looks like easy. Dog, I'm not a crypto scammer. Let me live. I'm just a dog on the internet trying to get by. That's it. That's it. That's all it is. We got T-Bot, by the way, coming on in 3 minutes. But there's some good meat on the bone here, chat. There's some good meat on the bone here. Yeah, and then real quick, before T-Mod comes on, I want to talk about this. Because this is largely what's been driving a lot of the price action. I hate that CoinDesk is making me sign up. I hate that CoinDesk is making me sign up. Here. Is Prime XBT? Yeah, okay. So I can at least read this. Sky Phoenix with a flash crash. Perpetual futures tracking Sky Phoenix on the Hyperliquid crashed 20%. What? What the fuck? That's absolutely insane. In 1 minute, TradeXYZ, which deployed the market under Hyperliquid's HIP-3 framework, is investigating after a single pre-market share trade in Sol reached the contract's Oracle price. Perpetual futures tracking Sky Phoenix on Hyperliquid, the price rebounded over 1,000 the very next minute and was recently priced at 1092. The disruption began shortly after South Korea's alternative exchange NextTrade opens its pre-market session. One single Sky Phoenix share changed hands at 1.272 million won, which is 30% below the previous close. Korean reports attributed the print to a possible order error combined with limited liquidity during the early session. TradeXYZ documented state that the Sky Phoenix Oracle tracks one Sky Phoenix common share and converts its won price into US dollars using the prevailing exchange rate. So, because of the illiquid market, it led to Sky Phoenix, SK Phoenix. Wow. Yeah, I guess it did. Look at this fucking hourly. Look at this wick. Dude, this is the toughest part. This is hands down the toughest part about these situations. Like, absolutely the toughest part about these situations is you have these kind of Oracle pricings which lead to misfirings because there's nothing actually to peg it to. There's nothing to peg this to because your one single share in pre-market illiquid hours, that's the toughest part, is there's so much illiquid trading activity that if this plays out how it did, then you're kind of in this stuck zone because inherently the Oracle actually worked as intended. The Oracle worked as intended, which to me is a concern for stuff like OpenAI and Anthropic. I thought Anthropic was pre-IPO. Is OpenAI not on here either? Because they had SpaceX, CXMT. basically a lot of these pre-market listings are tough, man. Oh, they pulled it. Okay, so yeah, I mean that's a pretty clear sign they pulled it, which is oh, oops, did I not give Tima the link? My bad. I was like, where the fuck is Tima? My bad. He's joining in a minute. The company that listed them went under. Oh, so they were using like Ventuals, right? Or something like that. Using Ventuals or one of the others. So that's unsurprising. But I just think a lot of the pre-market stuff is subject to illiquid markets and drama, right? Like you have an illiquid situation that would lead to mispricings and ultimately liquidations. It's why it's very hard for me to want to get a ton of exposure to these illiquid market situations. I look a lot at the illiquid stuff, and more than anything, I hesitate to trade it because of the stuff like this. You have these gaps, you have these scenarios that are just much worse. Yeah, don't forget to turn off T-Mo's music. I know. Oh, and he's here. Amazing. One sec. Let me just get his PFP chat so that I can actually have an image for you guys while we're yapping. I'm very excited to talk NFTs because I want to get the alpha from Tima. I know that there's some winners. Tima, bear with me for half a second. One sec. Yeah, no, is that better? Is it off? Okay. Bear with me for half a second while I just get an image up because we don't have that. Media file. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, that should be good. And then we can add that, bank. And then we can get into this. There we go. Bear with me. There we go. Awesome. Now I can move that below this, and then we're good. Sweet. Tima, my friend, how are you? Oh, why did it remove him? It does this every time I add somebody. Let me troubleshoot this. Sorry, chat. Let me troubleshoot this. Why is he getting removed? Anytime he's up here, it just automatically removes him. I need to figure out what the issue is. Give me a sec, chat. Give me a sec. EVMux is actually... So I use a software called EVMux. And historically, it's actually been a little bit of a bitch. A little bit of a bitch. Bank. Demon. Save. Okay, we're gonna try it this way just to see if this works. Here, try this link. I'm gonna try one more thing here to see if it works. One sec. Oops. Give me a sec, Tima. Oh my god, it does this every time. I don't know why it does this. I do not know why it does this. I do not know why. It did this yesterday for OX Simple Farmer. Any free gammas I can look at? Why does it do this, dude? Okay, let's try this. Okay, that's better. I don't know why this does that, dude, but you can hear me, and I can hear you.
I can hear you. I'm just
okay. Dude, for some reason, when we get guests, it does some weird shit where it kicks the guest as soon as I add them to the scene. It's so weird. I cannot figure out what's happening with it, but it's been doing it. But you're good now. We're on. We're locked and loaded, and I'm excited for the conversation.
No, likewise. Thank you so much for having me. By the way, I still hear the music.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Let me fix the music. Better?
That's much better. Thank you very much.
Okay. So, we gotta... First things first, dude. I gotta ask you about this. You had 30 stonk brokers.
36.
How the hell did you have 36 stonk brokers?
So, I've been supporting Farmer for quite some time. I actually minted his first collection of ETH, which was Pixel Pops. He launched that right after he basically did his collections on Ape Chain. So he basically stopped working at ApeCo. He moved over, started doing his own thing. For the longest time, I actually supported it on Pixel Pups. That's when he created the whole annual protocol. It
Yep.
was honestly, even the annual protocol was pretty much ahead of its time, in my opinion. It was
Yep.
super cool. He was doing a lot of stuff that no one was really thinking about, and I had 36 of these pups. I bought them at 0.05 to 0.07 range. I had them staked and I never sold. Beyond that, then this guy basically launched his Pup Cups collection.
Yep.
And here's where I didn't play it well enough because I wasn't into the whole gambling, the whole World Cup gambling situation. So I only minted four of them. I could have minted 72 Pup Cups,
Yep.
which meant I could have minted 108 stockbrokers if I did that
That's
properly.
insane, dude. That's
It is.
insane. Like, so are you still holding any of them?
Yeah, so I'm holding 20 of them right now. I sold 16 of them as it was riding up. So I took about 13 or 14 ETH in profit just because I did want to book some profit. I've been holding the Pixel Pops collection for quite some time as well. I'm holding about 20 of them now, so I do intend to hold it a little bit longer because I do know there's a bunch of catalysts coming up right
Yeah,
now.
we had Simple Farmer on yesterday.
Yeah, I did go back to the show and listen to it because he's coming up with a bunch of stuff, quite honestly. I feel like it just fits the Robin Hood narrative so perfectly well. Like it's just a combination of memes, NFTs, RWAs, like it's just all action packed. Options are coming up. So like I don't see why the Robinhood team would not look at this and say this is the perfect product market fit for something on our chain, right? Like, which makes me more bullish on it because um, I feel like it has that range to run up and catch up to bonds, for example.
I think so too. Like I genuinely do. And I'm like very interested to see how it can move. I mean, they have a launch pad coming, right? Like that's one factor of it that a lot of people are like pretty interested in. But I mean, dude, these things are 2 ETH, which is
That's crazy.
insane.
It's crazy. Honestly speaking, it we haven't seen this in a very, very long time, right? Like the last serious cook was maybe normies. Normies ran up to point 0.7 ETH, but nothing above an ETH, right? Even GVC last year was 1 ETH and then it kind of went down. But
Dude, but I mean,
this
even
is
normies at point 0.3, like these things are absurd. Because what was this, free?
it was 0.005.
Yeah, so pennies, right? Like pennies. But I guess I want to talk a little bit about kind of you and where your focus has been. Because even during this, what feels like a pretty large bear market, you've been absolutely crushing it with Funkari. Like, kudos to you, man, because so many people launch these groups, and when the tides change, they shift, they pivot, they look elsewhere. But if anything, you almost just continued to double down on NFTs, finding opportunities. There has been so much chatter about how like these free mints were running at the start of this like reinvigoration, and it's been so fascinating to watch, right?
Yeah, honestly, it's been an amazing journey. Like there was a time when obviously everyone around me was either pivoting to meme coins or InfoFi, and I as a creator was super tempted to do that. There was a lot of money to be made on meme coins as well. I just I'm a hopeless delusional when it comes to NFTs. I've just always loved the tech. I've loved the whole community aspect of it, the aspect of art. And then I felt like I saw an opportunity when most didn't, right? Like because I saw all these big accounts exit that were really the ones I looked up to, right?
Yeah.
I felt like there was this huge gap in the market that no one was covering. I can literally count on my hands how many creators there are who are actually creating but also buying NFTs right now that have an account my size, right? Like, so I felt like no one was really monetizing that gap, right? Like, so while everyone was focused on meme coins and everyone thought NFTs were dead, we were still cooking because, well, literally no one was taking advantages of the opportunities that were there at that time.
No, the two that always come to mind on the NFT front are you and FFV.
Yeah.
Are you two are the two that I'm like, you guys are just die hard when it comes to everything NFTs and the belief in the NFT ecosystem. So I guess the other thing I'm kind of interested in is we had a big mint today with Godpull, right?
Yeah, that was
What do
Betty's.
you know about this? I'd love any insight. I saw the Twitter was gated. I know it's Betty from Deadfellas, but I'm curious. Like, did you mint this?
Yeah,
How did you?
I did end up minting this. Betty was kind enough to give us an allocation for my group. So this was originally an 11,111 collection.
Yeah.
It was mostly gated to holders of debt fellas. So if you hold a debt feller, you can go and claim one in guarantee phase. And then they had done some level two community collabs as well. I think the mint didn't go as well as they had planned because it kind of struggled during that whole dead melons fellas phase. I
Yep.
think it's also because a lot of those holders are now not active. So a lot of those
Yeah.
wallets we didn't even expect to mint in the first place. But they had to cut supply, unfortunately, which is sad. It's still good to see it above mint, right? Like it's
Oh
good to see it
yeah.
above mint. Betty's doing something around it. She's been very secretive for some reason around why what she's trying to do with it. I've seen the art, only a few glimpses of it, to be very honest with you. So I've minted. I haven't bought any on secondary. I'm just seeing what she's gonna cook or say beyond that before I really go in deeper, I'd say.
Absolutely. I'm very curious what the mechanics are going to be. Very, very curious because I mean the name seems like it's some RWA, but it might not be. Like God Pull is like a God. It feels like God Pack, right?
That's
I
what I
guess.
initially thought when she did the marketing launch, that this is not an NFT collection. Maybe they're doing like an RWA platform for dead fillers or
Yep.
something of that sort. But it turned out to be an NFT collection. So I'm curious because she also said that a portion of the royalties that they're collecting right now goes back to the collection. So obviously there's some sort of a mechanic that she's thought of as to why it's going back into the collection. So I'm curious. But yeah, like I think we'll find out in the coming days.
I mean, that's where most attention is. But the other thing I wanted to ask you is like, dude, you're so on top of the NFT market, so on top of it. What collections are you closely watching right now? I know you don't want to give up your full edge, but I'd love any insight for the audience to know, like, okay, what should we be keeping an eye out for?
I've been doing a lot more art drops, to be very honest with you.
Oh, interesting.
Over the last couple of years, even though I've loved IPs, I've come to realize that there's a lot of execution risk involved when it comes to IPs. So I tend to be a little bit more wary and risk averse. So I've moved to collecting art quite a lot. So I look forward to art drops quite significantly. Aside from that, what I'm looking forward to coming up, there's two mints. One I'm involved in, so I'm a little biased here. It's Blockies. That's a 10K collection that's about to drop in the coming, well, it's coming very soon. It is probably the biggest IP to come out of Web3 this year, in my opinion, in NFTs. They've been working on this for quite some time. It's been over a year. The team is extremely well connected on the meme coin side as well. So they've partnered with Turbo, Moodeng, CoinGecko, and a bunch of other people.
What's their Twitter?
So their Twitter is Original Blockies.
Original Blockies. Oh, found it. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just so I can
So
share.
yeah, so they do two parts. They do physical collections that are the actual blockies. So it's the whole Funko Pop uh, inspired physical collection. So if you keep scrolling down, you'll probably see these physicals that they've
Oh,
been.
cool.
Yeah, so this is the one they created with CoinGecko. It was a limited edition drop of 200, and CoinGecko users had to go and use their candies to kind of claim these, and these sold out within a span of I think 12 hours.
Oh,
But
wow.
so they partner with various communities. The idea is to come up with a physical collectible that you high-end collectible that you can partner with other brands to kind of create similar to how
Mm.
you would do Funko Pop. There's also the whole IP angle to this where they've created an entire lore, entire world. They've been working on it for an entire year now. So when you scroll through the page, you'll see a bunch of different chapters. They've created comics to kind of explore the lore. Everything that you see on this page, by the way, Easy, is handmade, including every single video that you're gonna see. Everything is handmade,
No
nothing is
AI.
made.
Interesting. I
And
mean, I
so,
like the art. This is fun. It reminds me a lot of just pure play NFTs, right? Like
yeah,
community building, lore building, storytelling. When we launched Bodogos, we went heavy on the comic side. in all this full route. I mean, this is great. Like really good engagement too. 110,000 on this. Like holy.
Yeah, to be getting this kind of engagement in a market like this is really, really tough. But again, I'm biased. I'm an advisor here. I've
Yep.
been working with them for the past 4 months now, but I haven't worked with a pre-mint team in 3 years now.
Yep.
So the reason why I picked this one is because I knew this fit all my boxes, and I knew this is a team that can actually deliver. So looking forward to this. There's another one called the Hollows. So that one is by Ali. Ali is also one of the NFT OGs, so he's pretty in tune. He also runs his own alpha group as well. So that one is coming up. It's a pixel art collection, so it's more
Okay.
so.
What's the Twitter?
So this one is Hollows underscore NFT.
Oh, cool. Oh,
HOLLO.
yep.
There you
Cool.
go. There you go. So this one's by
Dude, I got the sweet spot for some pixel art, some good pixel art, man.
I know, and to this day, actually, people love pixel art, and so does Ali. So Ali is the one who's creating this. He's been obsessed with pixel arts for as long as I know
Oh
him.
yeah, with minted
Mental,
NFTs. Yeah.
exactly. So he's been around for a very long time, understands the market. Obviously, he's played the game very long. He did this whole small collection drop where he did 100 NFT drop, and anyone who has that NFT gets whitelist to this collection, and I believe that's trading at zero point 0.5 ETH right now. So
Damn.
it's pretty sought after. It's pretty sought after. So it's one to definitely look out for as well.
No, so this is some good alpha on it too. It's these. So these are the two blockies and hollows are the two that if you're watching, that's your
Yeah.
alpha here. So it's good to hear. I mean, on top of that, you mentioned a little bit more about you are more so looking at airdrops and potential airdrops. What exactly are you looking for there?
I feel like I'm cursed with freaking airdrops. Everything everything I farm goes dies or something. I farmed abstract, so I'm on platinum 1 on abstract, so I'm pretty high ranked high
Yeah.
up. I'm top 1% there, and I don't know if that's happening anytime soon. Uh, I also farmed OpenSea.
Yep.
So I believe I'm actually top 1% of the users on OpenSea right now from a farming perspective.
Wow.
Um, I I think I have close
I
to
feel
four.
like you'd be top 1% though, regardless, just because of your NFT volume. Like yours.
Yeah, so my volume alone is I think around 3.5, 4 million, if I'm not wrong. And then on top of that, during the entire trading season, I did another 250,000 in trading. So
Damn.
they I did grind for that. I'm hoping it pays off because like it is the most amount of like time I've spent on airdrop farming. But that's really what I've been doing, quite honestly, on the farming front. I
I mean,
feel like
that's really
everything
cool.
I've done has tied back to NFTs somehow, some way.
Yeah, some way. Like
And then
abstract and then OpenSea. Abstract with Pudgies, obviously. OpenSea being
and then
OpenSea.
GRVT is one that is outside my bubble that I'm
What's the other
in.
one?
GRVT. So GRVT is a central is also one of the exchanges. It's coming out on the um so they do a bunch of stuff. They have these capital pools where you can go in and invest money. They have perp trading, they have options, they have sorry, stable trading, like spot trading, etc. Like so they do a bunch of different stuff. They also have RWA investment um vaults as well if you're interested in those. There's various APYs depending on what you're interested in. So I've been farming that. I've been doing that for quite some time. I worked with them briefly for some content as well. So I'm looking forward to this because they're TGs in the next 3 days. But yeah,
Oh, so it was very soon.
it's very soon. Yeah, it's in the
Oh,
next
that's
two to
awesome.
three days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I guess the next thing I'm curious about is like, where do you mostly source this alpha directly? Like, are you actively looking through, diving in the timeline, finding opportunities, and going and researching it further? Do you work with a team? Like, what does that look like on your day to day as far as like finding information and insight?
Yeah, I don't think I can do everything alone, quite honestly. It's
Yeah.
not humanly possible. There's so much happening in this space. I'm very fortunate to have an amazing team. My team is made of around 22 people now that work with us. It
Wow.
comprises of core team members, short callers, collab managers, spaces hosts, and no one knows this, but well, people do know this, but not really outside the NFT bubble. But none of us get paid, by the way. No one takes a single dollar of pay while we're working. We're all working for the benefit of Funkari and for the mutual benefit of each other. But really, the source of our alpha is these team members, but also our community members, right? Like our community members are a lot of OG NFT traders. They're Web3 professionals who've been advisors, they're marketing heads, they're founders. So all of these people have found this like kind of safe space where they can come together and kind of chat. So they'll come in and it's very casual where they'll come and share an alpha on the chat and we'll kind of talk about it. So for example, Kitty Coin, we found that at 70K in our
Damn.
in our Discord, right? Like, and for example, Cash Cat, we found that at 2 million. Now, I don't really trade those because like obviously I'm not as active of a meme coin creator, but my holders do. They're
Yeah.
actively trading meme coins. They're actively doing these things. So I feel like that's where I'm blessed that I have these people around me who just bring these sources of information, and then I have these private X group chats with founders, other alpha heads, etc., etc. So, point being, I'm a very strong believer that you need to really surround yourself with the right people for you to
Yeah.
get the right information, right? Like you yourself cannot do everything, otherwise you're stretching yourself thin. Yes, I can spend a couple of hours a day scouring to the timeline looking for alpha, and I do that, but I would say that's maybe 20-25% of me getting my alpha. The remaining 70-80% comes actually from the rest of my sources. That's my network.
No, I mean that makes the most sense. It's a multi-part game. Like there's no I don't think anybody wins with trading by themselves largely. Like the majority of people need some relevancy when it comes to resources, additional people, all that fun stuff, right?
100%.
So it's very interesting to hear that like you've just been crushing it. It's not interesting, but it's like always fascinating to hear that it's a multi-part angle and you've still just largely focused entirely on NFTs and have done great. Like I see how you trade on the timeline. People still attack you at times for dumping collections, which
Yeah.
they're just mad they're not making money. Like that's the reality of it, bro. People
No,
just get upset that
honestly
they're not also
speaking,
making money.
not everything moves, right? And you know this from
No.
meme coins, options trading, and everything that you do. Like, naturally speaking, I gotta take some L's at some point in time. I'm not some, like, trader that has 100% win rate, obviously. But, like, I think I'm good at spotting early gems. I know
Yep.
when I need to size in on certain things and when I don't need to size in. And that's what I really do. I did that with GVC. I did that with stockbrokers. Like, anything I've been successful at, it's because I kind of realized that it makes sense for me to size into these ones rather than like, have a couple of them, for example.
No, and I think that's truthfully the biggest part of it is just one being able to take those L's but limiting downside and focusing on upside, right? Like it's funny we got Tig in the chat and he's like, "Tell Tima I'm tired of winning." So
Yeah. It's too much winning, actually. So it's crazy, quite honestly. I never thought I'd be at this stage. There's times where my holders will send me screenshots and it'll be a week and they have won 20 giveaways in a week. And
yeah,
and they're just flexing that. And I've had people win 50, 60 giveaways in a month. In a time where people are
nuts,
struggling to even get one whitelist, right? Like so,
nuts.
like quite honestly, it is a cheat code. It is quite literally a cheat code. I'm biased as fuck, but I will say we've built a community strong enough that you quite literally have to be dumb for you to join and not make money.
Yeah, I mean the toughest part though is now is the cost of entry into Funkari, right? Like
Yeah,
that's the
exactly.
reality is the cost of entry is not cheap anymore. How many active people are in the Discord? Because I mean it's a tight knit group, right?
Yeah. I want to say we have about 110 to 120 active
Wow.
users. A good portion of my users would be people like, for example, Shiv, Johnny, Meta Alchemist, like, these people who just buy and then they forget they even own a Funkari kind of a situation. So
Yeah.
they'll not be involved, they'll just hold for life kind of a situation.
Yeah.
But then I have that more than 50-60% of my audience that's really committed, really focused. They're day in day out. So yeah, it's pretty active, to be very honest with you.
I mean, to say the least, I just think you guys have this like stranglehold on a niche part of the market that's still finding opportunities. Like It's where I think more people should truthfully focus and where more people should be spending time is find the thing that works for you and just go as sick as possible on it because you're going to find the most opportunity, right?
Honestly speaking, easy now at this point in time, 70% of my job is relationship building and
Yeah.
maintaining. That's literally what I do. Everything else my team handles. I don't even look at collapse, period. Like there are times where I don't even know what I have whitelist for. I have someone on my team who sends me pings as to, hey, here's your 5 whitelists for the day. I have no freaking clue because I've just moved far away from that side of the operation. It's so brainless for my team to just do that. I'm more so focused on making sure I'm connecting with new founders, finding new opportunities that we never had in the first place, connecting with people we never had access to. I've been connecting with a lot more artists, like, on the higher end now, as opposed to. So I'm really starting to get to that point where I want to break that stigma of being an alpha group and being a net negative and being that true contributor to not only the IP PFP side of things, but also the art side of things, where artists feel like, okay, this alpha group, if they're actually buying my art, it's not just to flip, they're actually there to support, right? Like, so
Yeah.
changing that narrative has been a big part of our success because no one did that. Like, no one cared to do that. All my competitors, predecessors, they just kind of faded away because they got too comfortable with the status quo. And one thing I've always been very concerned about is being irrelevant, right?
Yep.
And that just drives me in the sense that I constantly urge my team to make sure what can we do next to make ourselves better, right? Like it
Yeah.
can be a small change.
No, absolutely. I mean, I think you guys have truthfully been the pinnacle of close groups, quiet groups, and the reality is you guys have just done such an incredible job across the board with one staying relevant and two staying on top of everything, right? Like I think that's the biggest thing here is I think you guys have just absolutely dominated the ability to stay on top of essentially everything that's going on in the market from a perspective of NFTs, meme coins, and also not like flaunting it too frequently, right? Like you do it when it's necessary to make people realize that you guys are still crushing. But then at the same time, you bring it up in a way that's like, hey, we had access to this. This is why we were bullish. And it feels more educational than like braggy, I would
Yeah,
say.
and I feel like that was very important to me because I feel like a lot of alpha callers turn it into a dick flashing contest. And for me, to share my wins is not to really say, hey, I made X amount of money, but it's more so to say, hey, there's still money to be made in NFTs, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm here. If I can make 6 figures off NFTs and easy, I'm up 170K this month.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Just,
That's like the
just,
most ridiculous. I mean, granted, stockbrokers is the thing that's like, brother, ETH at 1,500 and you had 36 of them.
yeah.
Like,
So it's crazy, right? Like, so for me, I just want more people to realize that it's not as dead as you think it is. It's
no,
just
but it's
more,
picking your spots.
yeah.
It's picking your spots, and you've done such an incredible job at making sure when you pick your spots, you buy with conviction and have targets and are realistic about it, which is like something so many more people can learn from. Is it you don't have to be right every time, but when
Yeah,
you're right, go hard, right?
exactly. That
And
is
when you're wrong, accept it and move on versus bag hold it to zero, which is the opposite side that we saw last NFT cycle happen so many times.
100%. And my hidden folder looks
Yeah,
absolute.
that thing's got to be a bloodbath. It got to be a graveyard.
Oh, it is a graveyard. I
That
think
shit
I
got
have
to be a
more than
graveyard.
8,000 NFTs in there, if I'm not wrong. It's
Yeah.
an absolute massacre, but it's lessons I've learned hard way, right? Like I spent my time, money learning these lessons, and I wouldn't have it any other way because I'm here today because of those lessons, right? Like so, I just love the idea that I feel like we're just so early easy. Like I
Yep.
feel like people don't realize that collectibles is a huge industry, right?
It's
Like
massive. It's
it's
massive.
massive. It's massive. And
Massive.
now we're moving into an era where we as a generation totally depend on being digital. And the people next to us, the Gen Z people, they can't live without a freaking phone. So are you telling me the next generation of art lovers and collectors are not going to be digital focused? Because that just sounds absolutely
Yeah,
weird,
ridiculous.
right? So I'm not playing this with the mindset of, hey, what's gonna happen 6 months from now, a year from now? Am I gonna make less money than a creator my size? 100% I am. 5 years from now, when that mass adoption comes in, I'm gonna be in a prime spot where I'm gonna be making 10x the money they're gonna be making, just
Yep.
because I made sure I have a niche I developed, right?
Yeah,
And
and
that's
it's
maybe I'm just stupid. 10 years
no,
from
I
now,
think you're spot on. I do think you're spot on. It's just a breath of fresh air to hear this, to be honest, because I believe in the collectible industry as a whole. You're seeing this crazy run with RWAs, specifically TCGs. I've been very interested in a lot of the mechanics over there and where that's going and what it's shaping up to be. And I think that there's a lot of very interesting stuff from it. But then on top of it, the whole digital world with NFTs does feel early. These people want communities. More people are spending more time online, and all this other stuff that's happening is it kind of paints back to like what's the quickest and easiest way to get access to a group of like-minded people. If you're into finance, trading, collecting, NFTs feel like that path, and it's just a matter of that adoption cycle playing out. We had this crazy boomer bust because everyone was home, where it took a few people making a bunch of money to a lot of people wanting to get involved to a blow off top because there was no innovation to now what we're seeing is brands spawning up with Pudgies, with Klanos, with Chimpers, with a bunch of awesome collections. I'm missing a ton from the IP side that are now Moonbirds too, right? Like Vibes and everything else,
they're
all
killing.
taking these products. Bored Ape Yacht Club with the physical side of things, with the clubhouse coming out, I believe it's this year, if not next year. That's just opening up many doors that I think is going to continue to prove the legitimacy of the NFT space.
100%. By the way, Kleno is the underdog of IPs, in my opinion. It's one of the
I
most
agree.
people ignore it, but I have this belief that if mass adoption comes from IP, there's a very good chance it's gonna come from Kleno.
Yeah, I mean, bro, TV. Oh, Azuki too. Good call, David Fowler. I love the TCG stuff they're doing. I think it's
Their
badass.
art
I
is
want to get.
awesome, by the way.
What'd you say?
Their art for the TCG is awesome.
Oh, it's
For
amazing. I want to get Zagabond on. I've been talking to him. He was supposed to come on in June, and we both got distracted. But I think the Cleanosaurus stuff too, with like the Amazon shorts, the plushies, like they're just tackling it from the right way, winning multiple animations and animation awards from various contests. It's just a really awesome market to see these brands that haven't given up continue to do what they're doing.
Yeah, so I don't know if you know, but along with so they're ripping packs right now, right?
Yep.
And that's another alpha is I don't know if I want to share this alpha because I'm a little gatekeepy on this one, but
Is
I'll
this the
share it
packs
because
to get the
I'm
token, the Hoobie or whatever it is?
yeah, exactly, right? Like
Yeah.
so you're basically investing in the token if you're buying these packs, right? Like so
Hibu. Hibu is what
the
it is.
Hibu
Yeah.
token. So Hibu is the parent company for Kleno. It owns the Kleno IP itself, but it also is a crowdfunding website for IPs itself as well. So you're basically buying into the parent company of Klenosaurus. There's 200,000 packs in here. There's three sets that you can collect out of, right? Each card comes with an allocation of Hibu, basically
Mm.
as well, right? 2.5% of the Hibu allocation is allocated to this drop. So there's 200,000 cards in this drop, which in total get 25 million Hibu. Now, at this point in time, I believe under 100K have been minted. So what the team is doing that today at 4 p.m. EST, this mint closes. And when the mint closes, anyone who has minted gets the leftover allocation.
Oh, dang.
So you made, for example, if you I ripped 260 of these packs, for example. I spent about 2K on that.
Yeah,
And
2,650 bucks roughly. Depending on, I
roughly.
mean, you probably got a couple cheaper if you went higher in sale, but you can't even buy
Yes,
the
I
wheel
went
crate
whale
anymore.
crates. I went 5 whale crates on this, and I got 250 packs on that. And then the team, I got a collector box out of this as well. So that's what I got, and the team gave me one free pack. So that's where my 262 or 263 cards come out of. I think I got an allocation about 32,000 Hibu, but it's
Mm.
basically showing that if people don't claim the entire allocation, I may end up getting 110K, right? So that's not bad in my
That's
opinion.
pretty damn good, dude.
Yeah, as long as people don't mint, it's a good entry in my opinion into the ecosystem.
100%. Man, you just gave so much alpha, and I love the conversation. I could talk to you all day about these plays and where we think stuff's going. So, listen, I've taken more than enough of your time. I'm gonna have to have you on again soon. I appreciate the conversation, Tima. It's been unreal. Like, thank you a ton.
No, thank you so much, Easy. All You know, I've always been a huge supporter of yours. Appreciate you always. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I really appreciate the time and the platform.
Absolutely, bro. I know the audience is hyped just to get some alpha and some insight. This Klanos card pack is probably the play right now. Like you have till 4 p.m. and only half of them have been minted. It's like, yeah, maybe it's time to just start ripping these things.
Yeah, I'll keep it at that. I will also say, and I'll go leave after this. Clino is right now my biggest investment in Web3.
Interesting. We'll leave that on the alpha. Go follow Tima as well on X. Go check out Funkari, the best collector group, one of the top trading groups across the board for all assets. I appreciate you, my friend.
Thank you very much. Have a good day, Easy.
You as well. Dude, I could talk to Tima all day. Chat, if you enjoyed that, let me know. Because I think that there was so much good alpha shared in there and just so much crazy, crazy conversation across the board that I'm like, damn, this is wicked interesting. Like, wicked, wicked interesting. Just on all of it. I'm like, this is fascinating to get a ton of insight into that. How stuff's shaping up, what we should be looking for, all that fun stuff. Man, I gotta say, this was really good dialogue. We got some good alpha, blockies, and hollows. Claynosaur's packs close at 4 p.m. today. Hebu allocation coming from that. Yeah, listen, I think I think it's exactly what it is you want to hear. Like, there's some good stuff in there. There's some good stuff. It's just good to get insight, man. It's really good to just get further insight into markets that a lot of people are not looking at. And it's what I've been enjoying a lot. I think we're going to have tomorrow, maybe no guest, maybe a guest. I'm not sure yet. I got to finalize and get confirmation. But I really, really enjoyed that conversation, man. Genuinely really enjoyed that conversation. So by the way, Clano packs, you can get them at watch.clanosaurs.com. Let me get a share just so you guys can see it. I'll post it in the chat too. Obviously, we don't work with them or anything, but just so you guys can see, because this feels like alpha. Oops, let me get him off. There we go. I just posted it in the chat. Oops, let me paste this. Why does that keep pasting that? There we go. Okay, I posted it twice. Whatever. You guys got that. So yeah, I mean, dude, $10, you get a random allocation, one exclusive card. You can still buy the collector cases, only 2 of them. You can buy 5 of the 10 promos. The whale crates are sold out. But that shit feels interesting to me, chat. It feels very interesting to me. I'm like, yeah, this feels way more interesting across the board. Way more interesting across the board. Just for like what's possible, what the potential looks like. But listen, that's going to do it today. I'll see you guys again at 9 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. I appreciate you all. Really good stream today. Covered news, played Lucky Jack, got rinsed on some puts. Great. Had Tima on, covered a ton of awesome stuff from him. So really appreciate that. But listen, we'll be back in at 9 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow.